The Libertarian State Leadership Alliance presents our 2017 National Conference, The Future of the Libertarian Political Movement. We present here the fundraising event with Master of Ceremonies Larry Sharpe.
I have a question for you guys. Have any of you, that's the answer, right? Yes. Have any of you ever looked back at yourself and your family, your mother, your father, and sometimes heard their kind of voice in the back of your head? And you think to yourself, wow, I've become my mother, I know my father, many of you know, my father passed away when I was young. I was 11 when he died. But he was a little bit overzealous sometimes when it came to discipline. He was someone who would often hit first and ask questions later. So I remember still in my own head that happening. I remember that happening when I was a kid. And I have two daughters of my own now. And I know that when they're naughty, I sometimes feel that same feeling in my head to spank them, to strike them. And I don't, even though I still feel that in me. It's still how I was raised and what my father taught me to do. But I don't do it because I know that's what I have in my head, and so I don't do it. I'm not saying you should or shouldn't. I'm saying I've chosen not to, so I don't hit my children because of what's in my head. I know many of you have had that same kind of thing happen. I'm never going to be you, Mom, never going to be you, Dad, and all of a sudden you became Mom or Dad or something. You see yourself acting like that. Why do I bring that up? Because America has done that. We came from the British, didn't we? British Empire. Remember the old saying? The British Empire, the sun never sets in the British Empire. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah, the sun doesn't set on our empire, does it? We have become our father. We have become our father. If you think about what we've done, right? We have civil asset forfeiture, right? Where we actually go in and we take money from people. We basically steal money from people, right? We steal without having to convict them, right? How is the war on drugs how is it often funded? Through this, right? So the people who are enforcing the war on drugs take money from those who they say are guilty, right? Anybody remember what admiralty courts were in the 1700s? Someone tell me, what was admiralty court? Tell me.
They were essentially duplicates of the type of very expeditious trial that you get at sea.
Yep.
You didn't have the constitutional rights. You didn't have the rights of English.
Yes, no rights whatsoever. And how were they funded? Do you remember how they were funded? You might know?
Yeah. Confiscation.
Confiscation, that's correct. So, if you're guilty, I take your stuff. That's how I fund my actual court, by taking people's stuff. We went to war against the British for this. But now we do it. We become our father. Not just that. We have a bunch of people in this country now who, because they go to prison, because they go on a list, whatever the case may be, they can't vote, right? But they pay taxes, don't they? That's taxation without representation, isn't it? Yep. We went to war over that, didn't we? We become our father. We become our father. We want to figure out how to fix things in the Middle East because we're in the Middle East, right? Just like our father. We're in Afghanistan now, aren't we? Mm-hmm. Just like our father. This country has become its father. Now, if you have a parent, if you guys know of one of yourself or you've been a parent, and the parent decides to spank you, right? Or to punish you. Why? What's the first rule? My father did the same rule every time. Every time he spanked me, the same rule. You know why he was doing it, right?
Teach you a lesson.
But what's the phrase they always use?
This is going to hurt me more than it hurts you.
Almost, yes. Yes. But also, yes, I'm doing it because I love you. It's for your own good, right? Isn't that why we have all our laws today? Isn't that why they punish us? Because they love us? Because it's for our own good? It's good for you. That's why I passed this law. Yeah, you become my father. But if my father didn't have an answer, he had no reason, I didn't understand why he was doing it, right? If he was just doing it, making rules, and whatever the case may be, making rules, and he had no reason for it, I didn't know what it was, what was his excuse then?
Because I said so.
That's exactly correct. Because I said so. That's exactly right. Because I said so. That is the idea we have now. Something is righteous because it is law. Right? Because it is law, it is by default righteous. You must do it. Why? Because we said so. Because we voted on it. Because a law was passed. We've become our father. Does it make sense, everybody? this way, you see what we've become. We've become that big empire. Remember when we left, we said, like if you ever got mad at your parents and said, "That's it, Dad, I'm never going to be like you, I'm out of here, I'll never be like you," and you left. We did that. When we left, we said, we're leaving, because you know what matters to us? Life, liberty, pursuit of happiness. We're not going to be like you, Dad. Now what do we care about? Stability, order, rule of law. Just like the British cared about. We become our father. What happened to life, liberty, and pursuit of happiness? What happened to, I'm not going to be like you? That all went away. We have become our father. Does that make sense, everybody? Yes,
Well,
please.
I was going to remark about the progressive movement. I mean, basically, from my understanding, it came from the scientific background that science could solve everything and we could human engineer human progress. So now the Democrats / progressives are making these rules because they think they can engineer a better society.
Because it's good for us.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
exactly right, because it's good for us. Yes.
The more
but if we
rules,
were all
the better
about
off
life,
we were.
liberty, and pursuit of happiness, guess what? We
Yeah.
individually could decide to take that route or not.
right.
And that's what we should be doing. I'm not saying those are bad routes to take. Maybe they're right. Right? An example I can give you is in New York City. In New York City, you probably heard that the then Mayor Bloomberg tried to make a law that you couldn't sell any more than 16-ounce sodas.
Yeah.
Right? Remember that rule?
Yeah.
Yep.
Right? But here's the problem with that. He's actually right. His science is on the money. It's repeatable again and again and again. If you give people smaller drinks, they will drink less soda. That is a fact. His science is exactly correct.
Right.
But it doesn't mean it should be a law. That means that now we can choose to do that if we want to. If I want to say, you know what, I don't drink less soda, so I only want a 16-ounce soda, that's wonderful. So just because something's right doesn't mean it should be a law. It's okay if you want to do it, please. If you all choose to do that, wonderful. But here's the worst part about this. What he actually did was make it a joke, and he ruined the science. What he should have done, and this is a free market concept, just say, hey guys, I found this cool science. Here it is. There are restaurants in New York City who would have said, we're adopting this because we care about your health. And we're only going to let you have a 16-ounce soda. It would have been a marketing tool for healthy restaurants. We took that out of the market. We took the opportunity for someone to say, I want to voluntarily say you can only have 16-ounce soda because I care about your health. And people would have gone to that restaurant who cared about that. And others wouldn't have. And I could have a restaurant saying, I don't care about that. We took it out of the market. But let me give you a better example. I was talking to someone in New York City. Again, I'm going to bring up New York City again. In New York City, we have something called landmarking. You guys happen to know about that? You can landmark your own property. If you landmark the property, now your property can't be modified unless the local council says you can modify it. Right? So I want to change something. No, council must say yes or no. I want to knock it down. No, I want to sell it. No, council must say yes or no. Now, in theory, I'm not against landmarking if you want to landmark your property, right?
Is that like historical districts?
That's
and other
correct.
places?
Just the same concept. Yes, exactly right. But we don't call it historical because you can landmark for anything. For anything. I think one time someone named George did wash something in a town. Sounds like George Washington. That's good enough. We're going to now landmark it. Doesn't have to have any value whatsoever. So yes, for whatever they want, right? Now again, in theory, I'm not against someone deciding, hey, it's my property, I want to landmark it. But property can be landmarked against your will. Against your will. So you want to build it, and we, because we know better, are going to landmark your property. So now you can't do anything unless we agree. So I talked to someone in New York City who's part of the building department about this, and I asked him, I said, what do you think about this? He goes, oh Larry, it's great, it's fine, it's the same law that allows us to condemn a building if it's going to fall down, condemning a building. And I said, you know what? I get the idea of condemning a building because if a building falls down in New York City, like we're going to die, there's victims. I get that. Okay, I can buy the condemning law. I can buy that. I said, but in the case of landmarking, who's the victim? Where's the victim there? Who's going to have a building fall on him? Here was his answer. No, Larry, it's the same law as the condemnation law. So I said, again, I got that. Hear you. With you. Got it? But where's the victim? He repeated. You don't understand, Larry. It's the same law as the condemnation law. In his mind, law equals righteous. There doesn't have to be a reason for the law to be right, wrong, good, bad, hurt. Doesn't matter. It is a law. therefore it's righteous. In his mind, they're equal. Does it make sense? We have a lot of work to do. We have a lot of work to do. A lot of work. We've become our father. We've become the British Empire. And the British Empire was collapsing for over 100 years before it finally collapsed. It took a long time. We are going to make, that's going to happen to us if we don't fix it. We have to repair this from inside. That's what this party's about. That's what we are about. Taking this and changing it and going from the empire back to a proud nation. A nation that doesn't use bombs, but uses culture. A nation that doesn't use soldiers, but uses marketeers. It doesn't use people who are going to come and kill you, who are going to come and sell to you and buy stuff from you. That's what we want to do. And this may sound crazy. I know in some places it does. But if we end the war on drugs and we end the war on terror, we can change everything. Now, most people know, I'm a veteran. I do not want our empire to stand on. I want to be gone tomorrow. Literally, how can we do this? I'm going to give you a couple answers. Number one, anyone who becomes an executive, internal and external. Let me do internal first. Internally, anyone who becomes an executive, whether they're a governor, a mayor, whatever the case may be, a president, they have to stop the war on drugs immediately. Simply stop enforcing it. Don't wait for the laws. Simply stop enforcing. If we just stop enforcing, it will go away. We have to stop enforcing. Not just that. If you're running for office and you're an executive, let everyone know that jury nullification is a real thing. Prosecutors care about conviction rate. That's all they care about, conviction rate. If they realize that they're not going to get convictions over drug charges, they will stop prosecuting drug cases. Because of that. Not because they care, because they don't. They will stop because they'll lose. That's how we have to stop. It's immediate. It can happen tomorrow. Talk about it. Let people know. Stop enforcing it. Talk about not enforcing it. Don't worry about the laws. The laws will follow. The laws will follow if we simply stop. If you're an executive and you can deal with anything at all by telling judges, please ignore mandatory maximums, mandatory minimums. Ignore them. They're unconstitutional. Ignore them. Just ignore them. If you can do that, you will see things change. We can do it if we win executive seats, mayors, governors, presidents. We can start immediately talking about it when we're campaigning. External, what we can do immediately is start telling people to stop in every way, shape, or form sanctioning North Korea, Iran, Cuba, all those areas. Just stop. Here's the thing you have to realize. The most zealous are the converted. If we actually got a North Korea or a Cuba or Iran to actually embrace liberty, they would be better libertarians than we. They'd be better than us. If we actually got them to embrace it. If we converted any of those three nations into libertarian nations, they would be the shining beacon for us to look at. We'd look at them and go, wow. Man, I wish we were like North Korea. These guys are amazing. We'd be like that if we allowed this to actually happen. I know it sounds radical, it sounds crazy. But if we simply said, you know what, North Korea? Whatevs, let's start trading. Let's do it. You know what, Iran? Scratch law, start trading. You know what? Everybody, Cuba, let's just start trading. Bring down the barriers and start trading. Here's what I know. Our culture is stronger than any bomb we could ever drop. So let's stop removing our culture and give it to them. Does it make sense, everybody? I hope that was an interesting concept for you guys to hear and talk about. But the more important piece here is how do we make that happen here? How do we get the right people to take action, to think the way I'm talking, to do what they want to do? How do we do that? Go ahead.
Maybe we need to recruit people like from capitalists from Hong Kong and Dubai, you know, and then they can bring, you know, their culture and bring it here and say, see.
Well, it's funny. Look at Hong Kong. Hong Kong was more a freer market than ours was, right?
Yeah.
It was actually free, yeah.
But they have some controversial problems.
I got you. But how do we make it happen here?
Okay.
Here.
Talk to people.
Yes.
Yeah, talk to people.
Yeah. There's something else.
Move to New Hampshire.
Money. Money is the other thing we can do. Money. And I'm asking you all to think that money is going to make that happen. Money is going to get people to act. Money is going to allow us to hire the right people. Money is going to allow us to get the right advertising. Money is going to make that happen. If we want this to happen, we have to be prepared to pay for it. We're ready to put $1 or $2 in and make this work. So here's what I'm going to ask you. I'm going to look at this beautiful flag that I got for becoming a member of Outright. Right? Very nice. Yes. And here's what I'm going to ask. Darryl, if I ask you, would you sign this?
Sure.
Yes, Darryl will sign it, I will sign it. That's 2 people here that will sign it, that are happening in front of the room. Will anybody take this flag off my hands for me and Darryl's signature? Will you do vulgarity, they asked?
Sure.
Yes!
Why the luck not?
Well, there we go, yes, he actually would too. Well, sign it with anything you like if you take this flag off my hands for the very low price of $50. $50. Will someone take this flag, signed by me and by Darryl Perry, for $50? 50. That's one, $50. Yes, will someone do it? If you do 50, would someone do it for 75? $75 to bring
I'll sign it if you do 100.
That's a third for 100. A third one for 100. And we'll sign whatever you want.
Yeah,
You're the
no,
coolest guy in
whatever
the
you
world.
want.
Oh my God, I love you more than anything. Whatever you like. I'll sign, I'll love you more than anything. Absolutely, 100%. For $100, $100. So you take this off my hands, get 3 cool signatures, and more importantly, move the movement forward. Who will do that? $100. 100. Right now I've only got 50. That's all I've got. No one to go $75? 75. I'm looking at you. $75. 75. There's 75. But you did 50. You're amazing. 75. You're just there. You do 100? $100. You have $100 for this amazing flag. Will anybody go 125?
Okay, fine.
Let me go we got 100 right now. We'll go 125 for this flag. $125 for this flag. Again, I will sign it. So will Darryl Perry. So Cal too. He'll sign it also. Absolutely.
I'll sign it.
All right.
Oh my God, this will be the coolest signed flag that exists. There will not be a cooler signed flag than
And
this.
we'll use vulgarity if you want.
And vulgarity, whatever you like, for $125. 125. Who will do that for $125?
I'll use it regardless.
I will, if someone will do $125, I will get Joseph to eventually come and sign it, even though he left today.
Joseph will come and sign it too. There we go.
Let's
$125.
see,
Move
the
the
Libertarian
party
caucus.
forward. Help us out. Make sure we can make those things happen that you want to happen for $125. $125. 125. Right now I only have $100. 125. 125. Let go 150. 150 for this amazing flag. Again, signed by like 6 or 8 people. You can hang it in your room. You can leave it on your coffee table, and all of a sudden now you're having great conversations. What a home run that is. Come on. $150. 150. I've only got 125. Who will do 150? 125 going once. 125 going twice. This is your last chance for this. 125 sold. $125. Yay.
And if you want an untarnished flag, you are welcome to help outright by purchasing a sustaining membership for $30 a year and you get a great flag.
I want to add something else here. Jess today talked about the idea of signing up for the National Party. And that's an amazing thing, and I hope people did. But there's something else here too. We have to make sure we're all signing up for our state parties. Our state parties matter too. We have to make sure we're making that happen. If you're not part of your state party, please, today, make that the commitment, write that check, credit card, the case may be. If you can afford to do an ongoing, recurring membership, I know I brought it up earlier, it's helpful for you and for the state party. You don't have to worry about forgetting ever again, and the state party now can see the money coming in, it makes it easier for them. So if you can do a recurring, and again, I practice what I preach. I'm a member of Queens, Manhattan, and my counties, 2 counties I live and work in. I'm a member of the New York State, and I'm also a lifetime member of the LP, and I'm also a recurring member also. So I'm doing all of this. Don't do what you think I'm asking something that I wouldn't do. I'm doing it. I'm asking you also. Is there anybody here who would commit to me now that they will join their state party if they haven't already? Will anybody who hasn't, will they join?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Excellent, thank you. Yes, please join your state parties today if you would. I appreciate that. Last thing I'm going to ask you today, is there someone here who could help out LSLA with a donation of $100? Is there somebody here who could swing that today? There we go, thank you, $100. Someone who can match that. Can someone match, there's another one too, $200. Can anyone else match that, the $100 for these 2 gentlemen? Another one, excellent, that's 3. You got 3, can we get one more? Can we get one more to match? There's 4. 4. Can we get one more to go to 5? There's 5. I love it. Can we go to 6? 6 would be amazing. We get one more person to match $100 donation. 6. One more. 5. Thank you very much, guys. If you can take your checks, and that will go to you, George.
Yes, payable to LSLA.
Payable to LSLA. That'd be amazing. Thank you so much. Is there anyone here
Who wants to match $20?
There we go. $20 cash. Thank you. So anyone else? I will do it. If someone else do it, I will.
I will.
There we go, $20, match it here. I love it, perfect, done. Beautiful, I just matched it. Anyone else match $20? Can someone else match $20?
Bitcoin on the table?
Slaps wallet.
Can someone else match $20 to support LSLA? $20. Can someone match that? Excellent. Thank you. There we go. Beautiful. Thank you. All right, guys, I appreciate all your help. And why do I do this? Why do I bother to sit here and put myself out here and ask you to raise money? There's two reasons why. The first one is I want you to realize raising money is a good thing. It's what we should be doing. The big parties do it all the time. Thank you. They do it all the time. It's important. And if you want to move this party forward, we have to be comfortable raising money. We've got to be better at it. Asking for money and raising money. The second reason why I do it is I want you to see how I do it. And I want you to realize in your own world, you can follow something close to me. Whatever works best in your world, you'll adapt obviously, but it's okay to ask for money. When people buy things in an auction, they're not buying your real value, they're buying support for the party. That's what they're buying. They want to support the party, they want to support the movement, they want to support us moving forward. And if we're going to raise money, we have to be comfortable doing that, happy doing that. Thank you very much, guys. Thank you.
The Libertarian State Leadership Alliance